black women, they know they don't messed up. You know, ain't nobody really checking for you to take you serious and wife you. So they be like, I look good. I got a job. I got a career. I got my own car liability. I got a house. I got a 4-bedroom house that you're probably getting overcharged for all the repairs and everything. I got all this. Black men are just raw. Black men, I'm raw. A man, God gonna send me a man. God is not sending no black woman, no man, baby. God is not sending black women men, baby. No, he not. Lord, today.
I just want to jump in real quick and talk about that part. I hear that a lot, right? And it's common in our community that I'm waiting on God is going to send me that my man. He'll find me. What's for me? What can't miss me. And then they'll also admit, yeah, I don't go out. Yeah, I don't go out. I don't leave my house, or I go to work and I come back, or I go to work, I go to church, and I stay home. I don't know. And then there's the expectation that he's going to knock on the basement door somehow and just going to show up. On the other hand, men often say, why would God send me a problem? Why would he send me to a problem to pick up a problem? I just think it's a conundrum. It's a conundrum in our community where we we run away from what might actually be the truth, that you are not always ready to meet the person you're supposed to be with. You could be, emotionally there, physically be 8 months out, right? Because that's an important component of it. Attraction, sexual attraction, that's a real important component that we try to gloss over and make it seem that if you didn't like me in my bigger weight, you don't deserve me when I lose it. It's a absolutely ridiculous notion. Absolutely ridiculous notion.
I'm letting y'all know, God is not sending black men to wife black women. He's not going to send a man, Amazon Prime them, FedEx them to your door, baby. That's not how it works, baby. You have to do the work. It's amazing how women be talking all this spiritual stuff, this religious stuff, and they don't apply it to themselves for real. Why are black women like this? Why are we like this? We the only women out here that don't want to put work in.
To go to a little further point, yeah, I don't think God's sending you know men to women. Period. If you don't do what you're supposed to do, if you don't put yourself in that position, if you haven't taught yourself how to be a wife before expecting a ring, right? Let's dive into that just a real quick. Put the toe in real quick, not a dive. Put the toe in. When you want to be a wife, there's no. If you wait for on the job training, you're probably going to mess it up, and that's true for most things. If I never studied or whatever my degree is, and I get a job related to that field, if I got a degree in accounting and I show up and I don't know what a spreadsheet is, and said, oh, I'm supposed to learn on the job, I'm probably going to get fired. I'm probably going to get fired, right? And this is both sides. This is not a thing where you don't know how to be a wife. Men don't also know how to be husbands. You don't know how to be leaders. That's easily documented in regardless of where you want to attach that blame, where men don't have time because black community is more matriarchal, or they didn't have their fathers in their homes. Fathers left the homes. They didn't. We can div that out at any time. But right now, the point is that if you're not there yet, then you're not there. You're just not there. You're not ready to do that job. This isn't something that you want to get on the job training for, because this involves someone else's life. You want to be fully formed, fully healed, fully ready to go, fully ready to execute, with knowledge of what is to come. Most of the time, people will sometimes do marital counseling before they get married, where you're supposed to be, sometimes in churches even shadow you and pair you with a married couple. You get an idea of what that life's supposed to be. Our ideas come from TV. They come from the media. It's supposed to be like this. It's supposed to be glamorous. And then, like, I'm guilty of this in this sense, where I will work towards a milestone, a goal, and that goal is supposed to make me happy. That's what I've said. When I buy the next rental property, when I do that, I'm gonna be happy. When I finish my book, I'm gonna be happy. There's joy at the end of that. As soon as it's completed, I'm supposed to find that joy. And what happens? I get there and I just like, okay, no, there's no joy here. It never was. Now, what do? Instead of sitting down with it and trying to say, why are you like this? I just lay out another goal. And then I'll run straight ahead, full speed towards that goal. And then I'll just rinse and repeat. Well, we do the same thing relationally. I want to be married. Okay. How do I prepare myself for that? Prepare myself. No, I gotta find the guy. I gotta find the woman. And then I'll be there. Then we'll get along and then we'll be married and lickety split. There it is. No, we don't know any of that. So when we have this assumption that, let's say God is going to send the person your way, he will actually teleport in your room, in your living room. He'll be right, she's gonna be right there. And I don't know how to be a husband. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I just apologize to God. You wasted a teleport. This can't be cheap. So here, what she's saying is, yes, it's absolutely right. We have this expectation that we don't have to do the work, or we're fine as we are. Again, we're keeping this from both sides, both genders here. It's easy to point out because she's talking about women, and we focus on that because I think our society has been hyper focused on women in a way that to the detriment of men. But we try to give things from the male point of view of how men see it. Well, the way we see it is I'm supposed to be this, you know, here's the criteria of things I got to meet to be an actual candidate to just a date, further to be husband. What have you done? Where's the commiserate work that you've done that is so undeniable, is recognized? So when I do meet you, there's no question. There's no question. We're supposed to get it. You become absolutely irresistible. What she's saying is, yeah, what we see a lot of is there's no real onus put on women to say you have to do the work too. This is what it looks like. When women say they're working on themselves, it's just, yeah, you're taking time for yourself. Spa days, you're taking care of your physical appearance. Maybe gym, maybe juicing. But doing that actual work outside of astrology, try to find out why something is rising or something is retrograde, doing that work and saying, what is holding me back from getting the type of relationship that I want? That is something that it's missing, that we don't see. What we see as men is it's usually our fault. Usually our fault. So God's not sending you anyone. She's not sending you anyone. I'm not sending any guy I know to knock on your door and marry you. I don't think that's not how it's supposed to happen. I think if we get back to a culture of saying it's okay to do the work, it's expected to do the work, I think we'll find ourselves, in a better position, even if we don't end up together.